this video, it's for that girl who's trying to start that healthy hair journey but doesn't know where to start. This video is for you, baby girl. Hey loves, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amanda, back at it again with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through a couple of tips and tricks that you need to take into consideration when you are thinking of or considering or looking around and be like, maybe I should start getting my hair a little bit healthier. But like, what should I do? Where should I start? You know, there's so many videos, there's so many things online, and there's so many helpful people online with their tips and tricks, but trying to find a place to start can really be challenging. I should know because I started my journey twice this year, so it is a little bit challenging. So I thought, let me just summarize my tips that I gathered throughout the year when basically trying to start my healthy hair journey and give them to you guys in one simple video. Okay, let's get right into this video. The first tip I'm going to give you guys is a tip that I didn't take into consideration when starting my healthy hair journey, and that is to identify why you think you need a healthy hair journey. Like, what about your hair makes you think that it's not growing in healthy or it's not looking healthy? What is it that you are looking at and you're like, girl, that hair, girl, that hair, girl. Okay, so for me, it was the fact that I was not getting any length. Like, every relaxer would come up and I would have so much new growth that I would relax, but my hair would still be at the same length. And I'll just be like, how is it that my hair is still at the same length, yet I have so much new growth that I just relaxed and my hair is just, it's not growing. Like, okay, obviously it's growing, but the length is not going anywhere. The second thing that made me realize that I needed a healthy hair journey is the fact that every time I put a comb through my hair, I would have so much hair on the floor, on the bed, on the sink, wherever I'm doing my hair, there would be hair there. Like, there's evidence I was in that room, basically. I could not hide the fact that I was in that room doing my hair. Nah, you would know. There was always evidence. So you really need to identify that fact and identify why you think your hair is not healthy. For your hair to not be getting any length is a sign of a problem. If you are getting and seeing new growth, then you should start seeing length coming through because your hair is definitely growing. That's why that new growth is there. Okay? That's the first thing you need to identify, girl. Okay, so tip number 2. Now that you've identified what is the issue and you've seen what you need to address, you actually need to do some research into why this is happening to your hair. Okay, so for me, I had to figure out, why is it that I am constantly getting new growth, however my hair is not getting any longer? My hair is still the same length, you know. Every time I comb my hair, why is it that my hair is falling all over the floor? Like, I got small pieces of hair everywhere after I comb my hair. So you need to do some research into what other people are doing, or research into why your hair may be doing what it's doing. You need to find out what is happening in order for you to change that fact. So for me, I had to identify that, no, my hair is growing, I'm just not retaining any length by my tips, hence it looks like I'm not getting any length. So do some research into the issue that you are facing, figure out what may be causing it, and while you're doing that, there's definitely going to be suggestions, tips, tricks, and videos on how to overcome that and how other people overcame that issue. Okay, number 3. Now, number 3 is something I definitely struggled with and is the reason why I started my journey twice. And number 3 would be dealing with that issue. So for me, as I said, my hair was breaking off at the tips. I was getting new growth, but I was not retaining any length. And you know, my ends were really splitty, really dry, really crinkly, and I could see it. But when I started my hair journey, well, in the beginning of the year, I didn't cut these dead ends. I didn't cut these split ends, you know. If you are dealing with thinning ends, for example, you're not cutting these thinning ends. You're just like, no, I'm going to start from here. Like, my hair will be good. Like, this will, you know, my thin ends will just fill back up. That, you cannot fill up hair that's already here. Hair grows from here and comes all the way here. So if your hair is thin at the bottom, you need to cut it, baby girl. It's not going to fill up, you know. So you need to deal with that issue. What I had to do is, when I started my second healthy hair journey of the year, which is around June, July. There is a trimming video that I have on my channel, and that was me cutting off a large portion of my over processed, dead and split hair. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to go head on into what is causing your hair to behave the way it's behaving. So for example, if you're a person who loves to go to the hairdresser when you're getting your hair relaxed, and you see that the way they're relaxing your hair is not how they're supposed to be doing it. For example, they're putting the relaxer from root to tip, yet it's not a virgin relaxer. You need to be vocal enough to be like, can we maybe not do it? Can we just relax, you know, just the parts that are supposed to be relaxed? This hair is already relaxed, you know. If you see that they're running a comb right through your hair and not starting at the tips going upwards, you need to stop them and be like, excuse me, if you don't mind, would you just like combing, you know, right from the top? I would really appreciate it. Be vocal. It's your hair. Like, nobody cares about your hair as much as you care about your hair, you know. If you are, for example, putting a lot of heat on your hair, stop putting heat on your hair. If you're relaxing your hair every 2 weeks, you know, stretch it out. So the next relaxer, do it after 6 weeks, and the next relaxer after that, do it after 8 weeks, and then the next relaxer after that, do it after 12 weeks, you know. Try to stretch it out as long as possible in a safe way. Of course, you do not want your hair to be breaking off just because you're trying to stretch the relaxer. There is no good in stretching the relaxer but losing all the length that you are growing, you know. The fourth tip that I'm going to be giving you guys is something that I also had to put in my mind when I was starting my journey, and that is keep it simple. You know, there's so many videos and tips and blogs and all this out there on the internet on what you should do to your hair to make it healthy, what your hair would need to make it healthy, do this, do that, do this, do that. There is so much that you could literally spend 48 hours on a wash day. But at the beginning, I really like to say, keep it simple. You know, you're trying to figure out your hair. You're trying to figure out what your hair likes after all this time of neglecting it. You're trying to figure out, is your hair protein sensitive? Does your hair like moisture? All these things that you're trying to figure out, you won't really be able to figure out if you put so many things in at once, because you won't know what you're monitoring, you know. So in the beginning, keep it simple, you know. Maybe start washing your hair more often and doing a deep conditioner and see how your hair likes this. Do this for maybe like a month or two, you know. Just wash your hair, deep condition your hair, see how your hair likes this for a month or two, and then maybe start implementing core washes here and there. Then maybe start implementing pre-poos here and there. Just see how your hair likes the different things that you're implementing onto and into your hair routine, doing it slowly and keeping it simple. This way you'll be able to keep track of what you are doing and keep track of what is working, you know. I mean, I literally fell victim to this when I started my healthy hair journey. There's just so many things out here that I was like, I want to try everything, like all these things. I want to try all these things on my hair, you know. And sometimes you just like, I don't even know if it worked. Like, I did it, but like I don't know what the benefits are, because there's so many things that you have done to your hair that you really can't keep track of. This brings us to our next point, and this is the importance of documenting the things and the process that your hair is going through. If it's through pictures, if it's through writing. I really do love pictures though, pictures and videos, because you're actually able to see and you're actually able to visualize how your hair is going. This is the same as, for example, if you're going through a body change type thing, okay? So let's say you've been away from home for like a year, you come back home and everyone's like, oh, you've really gained a lot of weight, you know? But you yourself, you're like, really? Like, where? I didn't see that. It's exactly the same with your hair, you know. You see your hair every day and it changes gradually over time. It's not like an instant change, you know. You don't wash your hair today, put a deep conditioner, wake up tomorrow and your hair's like, no, it's a gradual thing. And if you do not keep track and you do not take pictures, you will not realize what you are doing, you know. And I feel like it's really rewarding to see that your hair is starting to improve, to see that your hair is starting to, you know, reap the benefits of what you are doing to it. So I do say, you know, maybe if you are, let's say for example, you're gonna say, I'm gonna try deep conditioning my hair weekly for the next month. Maybe keep a journal and say, okay, after the deep conditioner, my hair felt really soft, it felt really nice. You know, the next week, deep conditioner, oh, my hair still feels really soft, it still feels really nice. On the third week, and then you're like, okay, my hair is starting to feel a little crinkly, a little, you know, not so good. You know, that's when you try to figure out, why is this, you know, what's in this deep conditioner that's starting to make my hair feel like this. You know, take some pictures and be like, oh, my hair's starting to look thicker, my hair's starting to look shinier, things that you wouldn't notice unless you're keeping track of, because, you know, our mind just it you know, you're so used to yourself that you don't realize the small changes that I have, okay? The last tip I'm going to give to you guys is consistency, right? So this is about the things you're going to be implementing, the things you're going to be trying in these different videos that you see. So for example, you watch a video and someone tells you about the importance of deep conditioning your hair, right? You're amped, you're pumped, you're like, okay, cool, let me get out there, let me get a deep conditioner, let me put it on my hair gonna be feeling so good, my hair's gonna be feeling so nice, my hair's gonna be looking amazing. You need to realize that it's a gradual process, you know. Your hair is not just going to look and feel amazing on the first on the first deep conditioning session, you know, if it does, like you, but it actually does take time for your hair to adapt to the changes that you're doing to it, you know. It's like a plant, you know, your hair is gradually growing and adapting to new things. And if, for example, the past year you haven't been moisturizing your hair's been dry, your hair's been brittle, it's used to that, you know, like it or not, it's used to that, and it's used to breaking, and it's used to shedding, you know. So when you're introducing something new to your hair, you need to give it a learning period, you need to give it a curve, you know. Be like, I'm going to test this out for a month, then after that month you should know whether or not your hair likes it or doesn't like it, whether it's something you will continue doing, but you need to do it consistently. Anyway guys, that is the video I wanted to share with you guys. Those are the few tips that I want to share with you guys that are looking to start a healthy hair journey. Identify why you think you need a healthy hair journey. You need to do some research dealing with that issue. Keep it simple. Documenting the things and the process that your hair is going through. Consistency. So start now. A healthy hair awaits you. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you guys again in my next video. Bye, loves.